Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the YouTube channel, wherever you are watching this. If you are watching this, you will see that the office setup is not necessarily where I want it to be. And if you're listening on the podcast, then likely you're going to be able to hear some sounds around you, because I have not really thought this through. But in true Lindsay style, we are just going to go with it. We're going to make it happen. And we're going to take the steps to get here. And I really wanted to record content for you guys because it's Wellbeing Week. And Wellbeing Week is something that I think we should be talking about more, because well-being means different things to different people. So the whole plan is that across this week, I'm going to be sharing across 5 days, 5 ways for you to embrace a bit of well-being into your week and a bit more well-being into your life, and hopefully show you that it's not super onerous. It doesn't have to be something that's super hardcore and put loads of pressure on yourself. Like, it's just a different way to try and add some small bits of well-being back into your life, just to help you a little bit more. Okay, we're going to go with the first tip of the day. And these are only going to be short podcasts, short YouTube bits. What do I call them? Like, from a YouTube perspective, this is all brand new. Like, I've set up the space. I booked a space in WeWork because that's where I have a desk, and I booked a little office space. And I was like, right, this will be fine, except right next to the kitchen, somebody stored like loads of awful things behind me in their office, and that's all I can see. So I brought in a picture from home, as you can see here, and I bought some flowers from the supermarket to make it look a little bit more aesthetic. But here we are, hoping that my head is going to block out the stuff behind me. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough for people to be able to hear me. So we're going to see how this goes. So yeah, as I said, we are doing 5 days across Wellbeing Week, sharing 5 ways for you to embrace a little bit of well-being in your life. And today, the first tip is to take baby steps. When we start to think about well-being, we can think about kind of taking up a new regime and starting a new hobby. I'm going to start. I've started and stopped so many different hobbies over the years. Last year, I was going to be a professional roller skater. Go to roller discos all the time. Did not happen. I am looking to sell my roller skates on eBay if anybody does want to buy them. But it's easy to kind of jump into things and think that this is going to be the thing that kind of helps you connect in a different way with yourself. It's going to help you switch off from work. But often when we kind of throw ourselves into something, it takes over for like 2 or 3 weeks. And you're like, actually, I can't maintain this and work and life and social life and relationships and everything and hold it all together by adding this additional thing into my life. So then it just falls by the wayside. And I've done that a lot before in the past. I am here to help you learn from my mistakes. Like, it's happened a lot in the past. So that's why I'm sharing this tip as the first tip for you for the week, which is really taking baby steps. And what I like to think about it is this. So if there is some sort of like, you want to improve your well-being, we'll go into more of that later on in the week. But if you think the focus is Wellbeing Week, you're thinking, actually, I think I want to make a change. Let's do a few tweaks here and there about what well-being looks like for me. So think about it in the analogy of this. So you're currently at the bottom of the staircase and you want to get to number 10 at the top of the staircase. There's 10 stairs. Perfect. And at the top of the stairs is where like the perfect well-being kind of balance looks for you. Unless you are an Olympic long jumper, a high jumper, or Inspector Gadget, I don't think you're going to be able to jump from 0 to 10. And you might jump from 0 to 8 or 0 to 7 if you've got really long legs and you just go for it. But then you're not going to be able to maintain that there, because you can have like losing your balance and not feeling really kind of secure and like planted on the steps. Whereas if you start from the bottom and take it one step at a time, then you're going to be able to build up and get to that top of the staircase. So I think that's what I'm trying to say with this tip, is really starting small. Think about what that first step on the staircase looks like for you, and then move around accordingly. And that is it for tip 1. I hope that you do take some time this week for Wellbeing Week to focus on what wellbeing looks like for you. We're going to be back here tomorrow with some more tips, another tip for tomorrow, and then one for every other day of the week. And say hello to the people walking past. That's amazing. So yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll have another tip for you. I'd love to hear what you think about in the comments, and whether you're an all or nothing kind of gal. Just let us know. And I'd love if you are listening on the podcast, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, to come and share your thoughts. So it's goodbye from me in my fabulous makeshift studio, but we move, and I will see you here again for tomorrow.